Kira is low. Kira's down, but the core is low as well. That's Urel to fall. Danny's still working, 12%. There's Greymane, there's Brightwing, and the core is saved at 10% health. Red, oh my gosh, Red is tearing through the members of Bronze 6. Somehow Ferret's gonna survive. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we're hitting in with Division C East. Hitting it off, I should say. Week number 2. We've got Heavy Greg taking on ReGen Rebel for our matchup tonight. Best of 3. We will see who's got the goods here for this matchup. Hope you're excited. Hope you're happy to be here. It's the start of a brand new week, and I'm ready to see what these teams have for us. Let them know that I'm all set. And while we have a moment, and I turn up the jams for myself, let's go to the map select to see what the sitch is for this series. Battlefield of Eternity, Braxis Holdout, Dragonshire, and Sky Temple have been banned away for this series. And we're going to kick things off on Alterac Pass, as brought to us by Heavy Greg. Picking the largest of maps. I'm pretty sure this one's larger than Garden. There might be less pathable terrain on the map, but I'm pretty sure it is larger than Garden. Is it larger than Warhead? No. Warhead for NGS. Nonetheless, we'll be headed there shortly, just waiting on their teams to finish their colloquialisms, get acquainted with one another, and fire up this draft. Oh, Jin's going to the bed. Let's go back to the Jin cam. All right. First game of the match, Alterac Pass. ReGen Rebel will be first to act here. Alterac Pass, there's a couple of heroes that come to mind. Hogger is one, being able to take that back camp solo with basically no effort at all. Junkrat and Chromie, being able to delay infinitely from safety over the wall, is very useful. Anubarak, one that can come up on Alterac Pass for being able to solo cap the objective. Deathwing, another infinite interrupter that sometimes comes through. You get that global, you get that skyward ability to just throw down fireballs for all eternity. As Diablo is going to be the opening band here from ReGen Rebel. Bit of an open map, but Diablo is always a big red machine around those objective points that tend to be a little bit more contained. Brightwing the band from Heavy Greg. Always good to try to control the globals here on Alterac Pass. You definitely don't want to be out-globaled in the draft. So we'll see if there's going to be any Falstad to help with boss control. ReGen Rebel considering their next band here, going to take Johanna off the board. Looks like they really want to control the tank pool. Wonder if they are going to go for that Anubarak first pick, or if they want to grab their tank in that first pick position. What some teams will do is they'll try to limit the pool of a pick that they know they're going to take first. What some teams will do is they'll try to target an enemy team player who they feel has a weaker hero pool, or just has one or two heroes that super stand out. As we see the Chromie band come on through from Heavy Greg. So I'm interested to see. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be the Mei. Taco's played quite a bit of Mei here. And wanting to remove some tank options as ReGen Rebel. Still obviously plenty of tanks left. Your Anubaraks, your Muradins can come on through. Synthesis is going to grab up Tassadar here. Now a favorite of Prostman Pat's. Randy Newman going for the Lucio. Having that extra movement speed to move around the map, always good with Lucio. It also forces the enemy to think about having point-and-click CC, or at least more reliable CC, or else Lucio can just kind of dance all over the place. Murdo coming in with the Prime Gaming. Thanks so much, Murdo. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your emotes. ReGen Rebel, ooh, going for the Ragnaros Junkrat. Rag is one that can do a lot of work on Alterac to really delay the game and deny the value of those objective pushes. I imagine this is going to be a Lava Wave Ragnaros. It's not always. Sometimes you see the smash to come through in team fights. You can follow up a Junkrat trap. You can follow up a May block with it. That Lava Wave is definitely a useful tool here for macro and Alterac. Anduin going to be the ban here from the side of Heavy Greg, as they already have their healer. They might as well keep reducing that available pool. ReGen Rebel, they're looking across a Tassadar Lucio. Tassadar definitely more of a stand and fight kind of damage. They're going to get rid of Murd in here, just wanting to really cut down on the amount of tanks that can be played here. Anubarak notably still available. Tyrael is one that can come up here on Alterac Pass just for being able to control the objective point, control the bosses. Well, it's not a tank under everyone's belt. It's kind of more of a fringe type pick. Heavy Greg. Gonna grab that Varian alongside the Tychus, a pretty classic duo there. Varian can take the Shield Breaker to break out the Maze Cryo Freeze. It's a pretty useful spot there. ReGen Rebel. We'll see if they're going to grab another Bruiser alongside this Ragnaros, or if it's going to be double backline here. They'll need themselves a healer as well. Stukov Gul'dan. Okay, so going with the Junkrat Gul'dan backline, Ragnaros is the solo Bruiser here. And we've got a Stukov to follow up the May CC. That can be pretty deadly, being slowed and being silenced. Well, that's something Varian and Tychus will definitely have to contend with here. Snek is going to grab Dahaka on the last pick. We'll be grabbing the only global for this game to try and match the Ragnaros. All right. Definitely very strong wave clear here on the side of ReGen Rebel, but I like the kill squad look from Heavy Greg. See how these two teams are going to clash. Here we go. Game number 1. On the left in the blue, we have Heavy Greg. Chim Chim 19 on the Tychus. Snek is playing Dahaka. Synthesis on the Tassadar. Farfanugan on Varian. And Randy Newman is on the Lucio. On the right in the red, we have ReGen Rebel. Prostman Pat on the Gul'dan. Meow Meow Cats is playing Ragnaros. Lunatic on the Junkrat. Taco is playing May. And Velaravia is on the Stukov. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway here in our best of 3. Generally, the early game on Alterac Pass is not super exciting. Not a whole lot going on unless one team wants to force interactions. We'll see what the split is going to be. Right now, Heavy Greg just splitting into their lanes, going with the 1-3-1. Of course, the main question here on Alterac Pass is who is going to be responsible for that back camp. Comes up every 90 seconds here. Is Farfanugan going to be displaced by the Junkrat, put into the lane, and that is Varian going down. Very nice placement there from Lunatic to get kill number 1 here for ReGen Rebel. Randy Newman just doing Lucio things, boosting around, being annoying. Ooh, almost a catch there from Taco, but Lucio continues to wiggle away. When I was talking in the draft, I was talking about that point-and-click CC. It's a little tough when May is the only choice there to try to control that Lucio. It's not necessarily a game-breaking issue. I mean, overall, it ends up just being Lucio. There's 4 other heroes on the team that have to perform, but we'll have to see if Randy Newman just skates all over him in this matchup. Looks like ReGen Rebel going to get their camp done ahead of time here. On some maps, what you'll want to do is you'll want to delay your camp to, to capture it slightly after your opponent, so the lane pushes towards you, you get an easier time of clearing it. However, here on Alterac Pass, you're going to be taking this camp so often, getting it out and up as soon as you possibly can is more important because you just get more camps per game. Level 4 is here for the side of Heavy Greg, which means Varian is now a real tank. You see that shield has come on out for Farfanugan. So right now ReGen Rebel doing a great job of stepping up and getting the clear before this camp can reach the wall, while getting a little bit of wall damage in of their own. Mage is going to duel it out here on the bottom side. On the top side, Meow Meow Cats is going to head back to base as Sneck is doing sneaky Dahaka things. Move on down to the low side here. Taco getting hit by that grenade. Tychus on the chase. Nice cryo freeze there. Is it going to be enough? Synthesis can't get enough damage out there. Taco waiting until the last possible moment and survives with that trait. That camp going to be up in a couple seconds here. ReGen Rebel going to jump directly on that here. Get that going ASAP. Camps are coming up on the top side here. Heavy Greg not going to be at their back camp immediately. We'll see what they can get done elsewhere. Looks like they are going to head on over to that camp and get it started while ReGen Rebel finishes that up. How's it going, Fafin? Hope you're doing well today. Right now, the experience pretty even between our two squads. Usually what ends up happening is the teams want to get their second camp out, they want to get their level 7, and then maybe they start thinking about the objective. Or possibly just, you know, rotating around and moving towards level 10. That's pretty valid as well. 7 will be here for both sides. Farfanugan going to charge on in. There's the push taunt onto Lunatic. Junkrat is caught and removed. That'll be the first kill of the game for Heavy Greg. And now it looks like they're going to take that opportunity to move towards this objective. Good timing there from Heavy Greg. They're going to start this timer. Got to hold for 30 seconds here. Gul'dan going to be trying to hold here versus Dahaka. Has 12 stacks on that baseline Echoed Corruption quest. Taco trying to get this channel interrupted, but Farfanugan has the touch there. Looks like there's going to be a scrap here, a little 4v5 right now as the big silence, the growing silence of Stukov, creating some extra space. Meow Meow Cat's pushed back. Great wall by Synthesis. That is going to be Ragnaros going down. Taco in the midst of things, trying to create some space here, is pushed away mid-icing. That is it for May. Double kill here for Heavy Greg, and the chase is not done yet. Ooh. Tassadar, I thought, might have lined up a huge psionic shock there. But it looks like it'll be the 2 kills, it'll be the objective, and Heavy Greg is going to get their first riders of the game here. Looking strong in the opening. Chim Chim and Randy Newman just helping Sneck out for a moment before heading to the mid. Looks like Tassadar going to be covering the bot side. This first objective, you want to make sure you're soaking up the experience in all 3 lanes as much as possible, spreading out the opponent. ReGen Rebel going to respond S4 on the top side here. But seeing that it's only Sneck, we're going to see Taco start to move out. Rider on the bottom side. Synthesis going to be met by Meow Meow Cats. So it looks like the main action going to be in the mid lane here. Ragnaros becoming a building there on the bottom side. One of the key features of Ragnaros here is preventing that damage. Oh, a taunt inside the gate here. Belarabia forced to back off. As 10s are now here for the side of Heavy Greg. We've got the Warbringer here for Varian, going for that extra charge cooldown. It is Black Hole, Isolation, High Five, and Odin to come on out here. As Farfanugan going to get the charge taunt into the backline. Great coordination there. Even the Black Hole just helped secure that kill from Synthesis. That's another pickoff for Heavy Greg. Top 4 did ultimately go down for Sneck there. Bottom falls as well. We'll see if Heavy Greg is thinking about a bottom boss right now. Looks like Randy Newman wants to get that started. ReGen Rebel are pinned back in their bottom lane right now. They've only just hit their level 10s. So it looks like they're just going to go ahead and get that camp started while bottom boss goes over to Heavy Greg. You hear that lava wave? 10's coming on out here for ReGen Rebel. Going along with that is the Flailing Swipe, Horrify, Riptire, and May still considering whether it's going to be the Avalanche or the Ice Wall. Right now, ReGen Rebel just waiting to clear this boss on the bottom side. We have a double boss play here. Lunatic is scouting things out. Looks like middle clear is going to be the priority, though, for Heavy Greg. Ice Wall is ultimately picked up by Bay. Snack going to be working on this back Hogger camp. Lunatic checks the top boss. Not going to be started yet, though. It's going to be mid lane the focus for Heavy Greg, as bottom boss will fall. Back camp's going to be taken here by Heavy Greg. Well, could have a charge here. There's the taunt onto Taco. Huge Horrify is going to land onto that backline as well as the Ice Wall. Farfanugan is in the middle of nowhere in this backline right now. Varian trying to get away, but will go down. Will it be a trade onto tanks? Great swipes from Velaravia. Taco with the movement speed from the Ragnaros, but it is not enough. It'll be a tank trade on that rotation. Heavy Greg finding their 13s off of that fight. They thought they were getting an easy pick there, but great ult coordination on the side of ReGen Rebel to get that save and that trade. Prison camp starting to come up here. See if the back camp is up. Team's pinging to head on over there and get that started. Heavy Greg does have the bottom lane priority here, so they have a lot more vision about who's coming into this objective area. Taco gonna go ahead and get one. Snack with a great drag there. Randy Newman thinking about a pushback, but there's the unstoppable from Taco. Great wall to come out there. Tychus is trying to move in. Wow, what a black hole from Tassadar. Drag is good, and that is it for Gul'dan. A triple kill here for Heavy Greg. Ragnaros in the mid lane is going to delay out this objective cap for just a moment. Snack does finish the channel. Wow, Heavy Greg now 8 kills to 2, looking fantastic in these team fights. Synthesis has been on point with that black hole ultimate. ReGen Rebel does have their 13s. They're starting to come back on the battlefield here. Only 15 seconds left on this objective, though. We'll see if they want to charge on in here. Looks like they're coming. Ice Wall comes up. It's going to try to cut off Synthesis and Randy Newman. Farfanugan on the point. Trying to create some space here. Only 3 seconds left. Someone's got a channel. Crossman Pat is going to start it. Can anyone interrupt? No. Good delay there from ReGen Rebel, but Taco will go down, separated once again by that force wall from Synthesis. Couple of interrupts there. Farfanugan looking for another channel. Nice silence from Velaravia. Trying to create time for Taco to get back on the battlefield. Jim with the Odin trying to poke over the wall there. Synthesis going for the gigantic ult. Oh my goodness, almost killing 2 on their own here. Is going to eat a big corruption from Crossman Pat, but the delay is enough for Heavy Greg to grab themselves some new riders. Great awareness there from Synthesis, knowing where the delayers were set up. And almost got a solo double kill there. Right now, Heavy Greg with a 2-level lead and an objective on the way. They're going to be looking to pick themselves up a keep. ReGen Rebel or As5 here on the defense. Taco stepping up to try to get the blind. Ryder's still on the way with another minion wave. The other riders are starting to collapse. Wall goes down and the rider moves forward. 16s are here for Heavy Greg. Can they find another pick here? Riptire comes on out as Sneck is way in the back. Gonna be stunned by Ragnaros as the Ice Wall cuts off. Ooh, didn't cut off the retreat. Dahaka was able to get away there through the edge of the wall. Keep is gonna be saved there by Ragnaros' health bar, but Heavy Greg is just gonna rotate into the mid. Trying to catch Farfanugan here. Can't get the bump back into the Blizzard. Ooh, another big hit onto the back line there by that Psionic, or that Shock Ray. Randy Newman leading the chase is going to get hit by the Junkrat trap, and oh, Stukov is popped there. Looked like Stukov was about to get away, but the last second, Tassadar gets that tick. Odin going to be used here by Heavy Greg. Try to take down this structure. Minion wave on the way as well. ReGen Rebel without Stukov here have to be careful with how much damage they're taking. Snack going to be repositioned there by Lunatic. But it looks like this keep is going to be slowly going down. Ice Wall in the back, not going to catch anyone. Meow Meow Cats hit by that wall and the ult. Silence is good on to Taco as well, as Heavy Greg grabbing another kill here. Keep is going to go down, and Heavy Greg look like they're going to peel back for this boss once again. ReGen Rebel, they're in a tough spot here. Looks like they're going to be running directly at the top boss. They don't want to get double bossed here. Bottom's at about half. They should have the power to get this done before Heavy Greg can streak up to the top lane. So at least have a trade here. But they will have a boss moving directly onto their core. They will have to go back and deal with. Taka in this top lane here, just clearing away. Boss gets taken down. Well, ReGen Rebel not backing just yet. They're going to use Ragnaros to clear away the minions. This Meow Meow Cat's going to work on this defense. It's not as urgent a defense here on Alterac Pass, just because your core does heal up. And with 2 keeps remaining, the core also has 40 armor. So it's not a major deal to get this boss down ASAP, but they do now have to worry about this objective. It's being channeled by Heavy Greg. Ooh, Ice Wall is a moment too late there, but they do find the catch. Taunt goes out as Tyke is trying to move away, going to get hit with the Fear as well, separated from the rest of Heavy Greg. Great slows, and that is it for Tychus. Bottom boss is cleared away by the cores. It starts to heal up once again. Great separation there by May. Gul'dan feasting into that back line. Synthesis trying to get out. Tassadar still going down. ReGen Rebel strike back with a double kill here, showing that they're not done just yet. No real delay options over the wall with Tassadar and Tychus down. ReGen Rebel is going to look to grab their first riders of the game here. Uh-oh. Caught in lane here is Meow Meow Cats. There is the taunt. But there's going to be enough shielding on the Rag to get away. Sneck could be in trouble. There's the Unstoppable from Randy Newman. And the speed is enough to get the rest of the team back to safety. Lunatic trying to hold this point here, but Junkrat very light on health. Still 17 seconds, they have to hold this. ReGen Rebel working on the mid fort while Dahaka is going to threaten Junkrat here. Farfanugan gets the... Ooh, nice ice wall there by May. That's going to secure the objective and possibly more. Horrify comes out onto the front line. Farfanugan trying to get away. Varian goes down. ReGen Rebel has the kill and the objective. Lava Wave going to clear up that top lane, get it pushing in the right direction here as ReGen Rebel looking to strike back. They get those kills pre-level 20 as well. See if they can snowball this into more map control. Varian still down for another 30 seconds here as the Riders approach. Nice silence zone there from Velaravia, but there's the Odin. Committed here by Chim Chim to try to clear this lane. See what they really want here. What ReGen Rebel would love to find is another pick if they can get it. Silence onto the back. Sneck taking quite a bit of damage there as Randy Newman stepping forward. It looks like the ranged poke between Tassadar and Tychus is going to be too much. ReGen Rebel forced to peel away. Top lane going to be cleared out here as ReGen Rebel turns their focus to the bottom lane. With this wall, that should be level 20. Now we're on even talent tiers. Anything can happen from this point on. Fort will fall as Taco sees Randy Newman in the bush there. Ice Wall comes out, not going to find a catch onto that backline. Good attempt there from Taco. Boss is up in about a minute here. And all of a sudden, what was looking like a steamroll for Heavy Greg is now pretty even on the map. Back camp is up here for ReGen Rebel. Now, the mind games begin. Playing around with vision, trying to catch people on bad rotations is the name of the game here, until the next objective comes up. Bosses coming up in a moment here. Heavy Greg in position here on the bottom side. They're going to start this right away. ReGen Rebel. Looks like they're going to head up to the top lane to just trade out these bosses. Not wanting to take that big fight on the bottom side. Oh, boss is going to be abandoned though by Heavy Greg. Are they going to come up to try to challenge this boss? Well, looks like ReGen Rebel is wise to the rotation and they're going to back off as well.
Let's take him back.
Arfanugan going to check it out. Will be rooted by that trap. Mid lane, though, pushing in here. The camp doing significant damage to this keep. That's a big deal here for ReGen Rebel. Every keep counts on Alterac Pass. Synthesis backing away. Get that clear. So the Hogger camps are up once again. Ooh, are they starting this boss once again? ReGen Rebel is going to see if they can rip this out. Heavy Greg not going to be here in time. That boss is going to have a lava wave at its back heading to the top keep here. Heavy Greg looks like they're a little bit split on what they want to do. We've got the damage heading to the top lane to try to deal with the boss. The objective is up. This is pretty good timing here by ReGen Rebel. I'd love to see them jump on the objective right away here, because Heavy Greg has committed to the top lane. Taco working on clearing this mid. They're heading for the bottom boss. Okay. I mean, that's, you know, getting that going's never a bad thing. That means they will have to fight over this next objective here. Taco gonna go ahead and get that going, but we'll have to quickly abandon this, because Heavy Greg is rolling in hard. Boss is cleared in time here. ReGen Rebel will claim that. Another lava wave mid. This is where Rag starts to sort of take over the map here. So now we've got a catapult minion with a boss that has to be dealt with here by Heavy Greg. ReGen Rebel is going to threaten the objective. Bit of a tough spot for Heavy Greg. Mid is collapsing onto their keep. Bot is collapsing onto their keep. They need to decide what they're doing here. Taco going for the channel. Stahaka's trying to save the mid keep, but it goes down anyway. Taco taking quite a bit of damage here. Down below half. But Tahaka is still clearing that mid lane, so Heavy Greg can't take this fight. Bottom boss going to be cleared away mostly by the keep here. And ReGen Rebel is going to give it up. They're heading back to their mid camp, playing it super, super safe here. Bottom boss cleared away. The standoff continues. Who will take the first step? Who will bite first? I think Heavy Greg's the one who's got to be the aggressor here. They're going into a double lava wave Ragnaros. They will eventually lose the lanes. Right now, ReGen ReGen Rebel more than happy to just wait to see Heavy Greg and Vision, as they were looking for Tassadar here on the low side. But Synthesis is going to get away there. Standoff continues. It's Lunatic showing on the point for just a moment. ReGen Rebel trying to hold the space here, but kind of slowly being edged out by Heavy Greg. Mid to be cleared up. Moving across here is Sneck, trying to bait out that concussion mine. Not getting it there. Now Heavy Greg has managed to move their way in. Ragnarok's going to commit to being the structure here already, as Ice Wall does not connect onto that back line. Unstoppables here from Randy Newman, trying to let Farfanugan move forward and find that target. Top lane is collapsing into the keep here. Is the Lava Wave going to take out the next wave of minions as well? The standoff continues. Dahaka actually going to dig up to that top lane to try to deal with that. His mid has to be cleared up by Heavy Greg. And the infinite standoff continues. Bosses are going to be coming up again soon. Top boss in about 30 seconds, bottom boss about a minute after that. It's both teams paralyzed in fear. Who will make the first move? Who will be so bold to put it all on the line on the next team fight? Mid camp's gonna clash. Be a quick clear here from Heavy Greg. I'm not sure what else to say, really. I just kind of chilling, waiting for the next forced engagement. Taco stepping up. Sneck looking for it here. Will we get a drag? Not quite. Ice Wall comes up, is going to catch two here. The wall is going to cut off Velaravia. And now it looks like we might have our fight. Sneck goes for the isolation onto two. Dahaka with the healing will get back to full very quickly here. Because now we have a full-on engagement. Lunatic, gets on the correct side of that wall. Almost a pick-off here from Heavy Greg. There it is. Taunt onto the front line. Taco is going to be hit, and May is out. Heavy Greg finally find the pick they're looking for, and they're going to start this objective. ReGen Rebel forced to scatter here and move back. Need to hold this for 30 more seconds. May not up for another 45. ReGen Rebel know that they've got to make a big play here. They're looking at top boss. Dahaka trying to move in, clear that mid lane. Lava Wave controlling bot for now. Is ReGen Rebel going to go ahead and grab this top boss? The Lava Wave will significantly hamper the next riders. May is going to be up for the defense. Can Heavy Greg break through here? Rider's going to be a little bit caught on the wave, but will be on the way. Rider on the top side is going to help clear away this boss, but it will definitely be taking down that keep. Odin going to be used there as Chim Chim tries to siege this down from afar. May stepping out to create that space. Bottom Rider starting to make their way forward here. As Tychus working on the structure. Ragnaros is going to occupy here, though. Swipe is good as Taco going to be saved by another swipe here from Velaravia. Black Hole comes on out. Nice isolation on a Taco, who goes straight in there, but is going to get taunted, and May goes down. Bottom objective is starting to push into the core here. Mid keep is going to go down. Heavy Greg's got to make their move here. Trying to move forward onto Velarabia. Great slow on that force wall. Stukov goes down, and now the core being focused. Silence onto that backline there as core goes down past half. This is looking like Heavy Greg has got it. They finally crack on through, and they will take the victory in game number 1. GG. An epic standoff here in game number 1. Heavy Greg finally finds the pick they're looking for, creates the opening with that objective, and then moves on in for the victory. Very nicely played. Great patience from both squads. Let's check out the post-match here. Taking a look at the numbers. Synthesis on the Tassadar, about 75,000 hero damage. Coming on out for Heavy Greg. Lunatic on the Junkrat, almost an equal amount of damage there, 74.5 for the side of ReGen Rebel. And of course, Ragnaros with a very impressive nearly 450,000 siege damage with 45,000 experience gained. My goodness. Let's take a look at the talents as we update our prediction. And we'll get ready for game number 2. Alrighty, welcome back. The teams are in. They had to take a little bit of a break after an extended matchup on Alterac Pass, but we are getting ready for game number 2 in this Division C East matchup. Heavy Greg currently up 1-0 over ReGen Rebel. A close one, though. Came right down to the wire. ReGen Rebel almost completed the comeback there. We'll see if they've got what it takes to bring it on through for game number 2. Let them know that I'm ready to go. We've lost the stream cat. Unfortunate. My wife came home. She probably went to go hang out. Let's go to the map select. It is going to be Infernal Shrines for game number 2, once again, as chosen by Heavy Greg. The R's are flying. We're getting ready for our next game. How you doing, Tater Plays? Ronan's here. Fafin, of course. All right, looks like the draft's about to start, so we'll be able to jump directly in there. Isn't that just the greatest? Here we go. Unfortunately, Sneck, not the longest Alterac that I've cast. And not even like an amount of time that makes me raise my eyebrows for Alterac Pass. That map goes late so often. Like, if the map is done in under 20 minutes, like, that is an absolute miracle. 25 minutes, I would say, is about average, if I had to think about how long I usually cast that map for. Always appreciate a Koth and Lurk. Lucio going to be the first man here from ReGen Rebel, not wanting to see Randy Newman skate those circles any longer. This is my favorite part about casting NGS, is watching the teams adapt their drafting. They're not just picking the 5 heroes they like and banning the 2 heroes they don't. They're not just sticking to the plan. They're changing how they put their team together and the look they give the enemy team based on how the series is going. Fortune, unfortunately. I don't know. Tassadar going to be the next ban, as Diablo removed as well. See if Heavy Greg wants to target any of the enemy heroes here. Will it be a May ban? I'd probably ban Stukov, honestly. I'm going to take away the Johanna. Johanna's a pretty good hero. Johanna's a pretty gosh dang good hero. ReGen Rebel with the first pick option. Going for the May once again. Taco says, run it back. I can do it. Give me the May. Heavy Greg to respond here. Oh, they do have a Hogger. Synthesis picking up that Hogger. Corrosive going for the Brightwing here. A couple power picks here on Infernal Shrines. Not really giving away what the core of their draft is going to be.
For the Alliance above all.
Velaravia happy to pick up the Anduin here on the opening side of the draft. Pat's not going to be able to grab up that Tassadar. We'll see if maybe the Gul'dan comes on back. First, though, Lunatic is grabbing the Vala. Been seeing an awful lot of Vala the last few months, last year or so. Vala has been sort of the de facto carry. Lunatic put on a pretty good show with Junkrat there in game number 1. See if they can bring the noise on Vala for this one. Sonya, the ban here from Heavy Greg. Could be a little inside baseball there. Sonya, not one that we see too often, but on Infernal Shrines, if you get some split push value, Sonya can do some serious work. ReGen Rebel. Looking across, the draft is wide open here for Heavy Greg. They could go so many directions with these two heroes. So I imagine we'll just see something targeted. Muradin to be taken away here. Honestly, if I'm Heavy Greg, I'm just running back the Varian. Just do Varian Tychus. That would be my call. We'll see what they're thinking here for Infernal Shrines. I thought they did a really good job of taking down that late game. Randy Newman going to show some Sylvanas here as Farfanugan goes back for the Varian.
Destiny.
I think a lot of people realized that Vala, like, you can play Vala in a way that doesn't require 3 other people on your team to support you. Like, you don't have to play frontline Vala to be effective with Vala. Like, you can just play her like a regular assassin and her damage is still tremendous. Plus, she's got movement speed and she's got a dash. Like, what's not to like?
Here we go again.
Zool and Chromie here to round things out for ReGen Rebel. Zool, you gotta watch out for that Zool. Sneaks away and murks those lanes real quick, kind of like a Murky. There's that Tychus there for Chim Chim. Yeah, it looks like they're just running back what they tried to do in the last draft. Frostman Pad on that Chromie. Be able to get into that back line, deal a little bit of extra damage to Sylvanas and Tychus. Gotta watch out, though. Farfanugan can get around the corner. Chromie doesn't have a lot of ways to back up easily. All right. Bring it on back. Here we go. Game number 2 on the left in the blue. It is Heavy Greg. Farfanugan on the Varian. Randy Newman playing Sylvanas. Corrosive on the Brightwing. Synthesis playing the Hogger. And we've got Chim Chim 19 on the Tychus. On the right in the red, ReGen Rebel. Meow Meow Cats is on the Zool. Crossman Pat is on Chromie. Lunatic playing the Vala. Taco is on May. And Velaravia is on the Anduin.
4, 3, 2, 1. We cannot tarry.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway here. ReGen Rebel. Trying to stay a little bit split here. Chromie watching that top side. May and Zool watching the bottom side. They know that there's a Sylvanas over there, but looks like Heavy Greg not going to do any cheesery. How you doing, Dude Athenes? Hope you're doing well today. Heavy Greg going to get the quick clear. Because right now, Zool in the bottom lane, not usually where you see the bruisers. We'll see if there's going to be a rotation here from ReGen Rebel as Meow Meow Cat's forced behind the gate there. Heavy rotations from Heavy Greg, I must say. Augur's made it up to the top side here. As it looks like Zool will be relieved in these rotations. Camps are about to come up. One thing we might see the teams do, ReGen Rebel, they might come across and try to take advantage of a weak Varian on the left side camp, but it doesn't look like they're interested in an invade here. Villaravia going to start up the bottom camp, though. That is another way that you can press your advantage if you feel like you've got the better early game team. Is going straight to this bottom camp. Farfanugan going to step up. Tries to get onto the point there, but stops a little bit short. Going to be stopped by the Chromie time trap on the way out. Farfanugan taking some damage, but has enough health to get away. Zool and Hogger will continue to trade lanes here. How you doing, Andrew? Hope you're doing well. ReGen Rebel going to go on back to their Khazra camp, getting the mid ready to rock. Taco doing a good job of just slowing down the clear of Heavy Greg here. Varian is now a full-on taunty lad. So going to be looking for those picks. Here is Heavy Greg. Mid cleared up pretty well here by ReGen Rebel, so they'll have a pretty healthy camp that Heavy Greg has to deal with. Ooh, Farfanugan could be looking here. Lunatic going to be charged and taunted. There's the follow-up there. Almost enough. Lunatic is low, and Tychus has a grenade. That is first blood over to Heavy Greg, but could they be giving up the kill here? No, Corrosive comes on through with the save. That's the power of Brightwing. Everywhere, all the time. Always ready to heal. Heavy Greg going to go ahead and get their top camp started, as is ReGen Rebel. Getting prepared for the mid-arcane shrine, which is now active. Spooky balls. Whoa. Farfanugan going to go ahead and start that up, and we'll see if ReGen Rebel is going to try to jump in and take over this point. Right now, Hogger, Sylvanas still split into these lanes. Pretty even here, as looks like ReGen Rebel will just try to step this up. Hogger has come on down here. Pretty even so far, as Farfanugan is going to get the charge taunt onto Zool. Hogger going to go ahead and get a side spin going here. We'll see how long this one lasts. Vala trying to step up and deal that damage, as we're pretty even on these minions. Hogger is going to just keep on spinning and go right down there. First blood for ReGen Rebel is claimed, as they're starting to get a lead on these minions. Sometimes, when you're Hogger, you just gotta let it ride, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let it ride. ReGen Rebel is going to pick up this first Arcane Punisher here in the mid lane. See what the defense looks like. Oh, I don't think that got over the gate. No, it did not. So they're not going to have the fort to help shoot down this objective here. There's the root onto the front line. Chim Chim going to dash to get on back. So that means the wall is going to go down. Randy Newman taking a lot of damage on the way out and hits the final punch by that Punisher. Pickoff is good by ReGen Rebel. Nice chastise there by Anduin. Velaravia going to get charged there. Chim Chim trying to get in range for a follow-up. Just a little bit too far out. ReGen Rebel with a strong start here. Looks like they're thinking about that bottom camp once again. Wanting to get that extra experience lead on the path to level 10. Heavy Greg going to go ahead and take their left side camp. Trying to think. Heavy Greg isn't exactly an invade kind of team. Going into the realm of like May and Chromie doesn't seem like a great idea. They're gonna get a taunt here out in the mid lane though. Taco in trouble. Will get mowed down. Nice pickup there by Heavy Greg, and now is possibly an opportunity to move in for that camp steal. A little bit hesitant here, but they will start it. Little poke here from ReGen Rebel, but nothing that can't be warded away. Nice steal there from Heavy Greg. Heavy Greg is going to get their 10s ever so slightly. First, Warbringer once again here for Varian. We're going to be looking at the Blink Heal, the Hortipult, Sylvanas still waiting. It'll be mind control for Sylvanas and Odin for Tychus. Farfanugan is looking for one here. Well, they're going to be spotted. 10s are in for ReGen Rebel as well. We've got the Time Loop, Light Bomb, Poison Nova, Ice Wall, and Rain of Vengeance. As Farfanugan always going to step forward, looking for a taunt onto the... Oh, nice job by Velaravia. Got the pull after the mind control hit, and Tychus is going to go down. Ice Wall huge from Taco as a Light Bomb hits the rest of the team here. Corrosive going to be caught on the multi-shot. Triple kill turnaround from ReGen Rebel. Wow, what a deny and what a trap there from Taco. Now ReGen Rebel looking to take down this structure and possibly more.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Going to use their advantage to go in and steal this bruiser camp. Top lane is going to be the next focus here. Frozen Shrine is next. Farfanugan going to charge on in here looking for Taco. There is the taunt. As Synthesis goes into that back line. Taco peeling backwards here. ReGen Rebel going to get out safely. Aggressive play works out here for Heavy Greg. They're going to get their Shaman camp. And they're going to be ready to fight on this next objective. Shrine activating as the teams are all here and ready to rock in the top lane. Is Heavy Greg going to go ahead and start it up? Taco looking for an engage there, but Farfanugan moves away to safety. Heavy Greg getting a significant lead, and these minions as Ice Wall going to split but not catch anyone just yet. Time Loop and the Light Bomb engage once again as Taco's moved away by the mind control. Farfanugan with nowhere to go. Varian goes down as a huge Poison Nova hits onto 3. Chim Chim trying to move away here is going to be slowed down by Mei. There goes the next one. Another 2 kills here for ReGen Rebel. They're going to go ahead and catch up on this objective. The ult usage in these team fights is right now stymieing Heavy Greg. They've got a great team for finding these picks, but they've got to find a new plan going into these team fights. Augur working on the mid wall here. We see Randy Newman pushing out the bottom lane, just trying to get as much value as they can before they have to prep for this defense. Frozen Punisher steps up to the bottom structure with some extremely useful freezing zones on that wall. Nice job baiting the Punisher forward there by Heavy Greg. Already down to half here. You see the jump onto Synthesis. Freezing zones are going to catch Augur there. There is Mei with the follow-up. Ooh, nice stun. Corrosive taking some damage on the way out from Chromie, going right down to quarter health there. Ice Wall stuns onto 2 as the Punisher jumps in. Chim Chim in trouble. Will manage to stay alive as this wall mostly falls. We do have blue build here for Zool, so Meow Meow Cat's going to be very quick in taking this down, but possibly not quick enough. Oh, Synthesis not going to step up there to check that camp. Just went on straight down to the bottom lane, and Zool gets the steal. ReGen Rebel just trying to paint the map blue here. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Swipe harder! Swipe, swipe, swipe! Good job, Meow Meow Cats. The map has been retified, as ReGen Rebel now going to be looking forward. Possibly looking to catch the next fight here. Ults are basically back up. Ice Wall in a couple seconds here. So right now, Heavy Greg going to be spotted on the top side. Farfanugan going to hold this zone for now, but is actually spotted by the time trap. Taco looking for a huge flank here. ReGen Rebel coming up from the low side. Corrosive is going to be the target here. Velaravia trying to step forward. Light Bomb is going to be good onto 1. Randy Newman in trouble here, but the damage is a little bit split. Lunatic catching up, trying to get onto Sylvanas. That is going to be the first kill here. Farfanugan in trouble, stunned again, and there goes the Varian. Great rotation there from ReGen Rebel. They find a double kill. Can they find a keep? Hogger still just going to solo push the bottom lane here. Zool trying to respond. So a 4v2 on the top side. Next wave is coming on through. It's already getting low, this keep. Chim Chim has the Odin, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough for this defense. Lunatic stepping up, going to force Chim Chim to reposition here. Taco's doing a really good job of not letting the damage dealers of Heavy Greg get comfortable in one spot. Right now, ReGen Rebel, they've claimed their first keep here before the 12-minute mark. Yeah, Meowcat's pushing out this bottom lane as Heavy Greg regrouping here. Looks like Heavy Greg just going to focus on top Shaman camp here. Synthesis. Ooh, barely gets the unstoppable on time as Velaravia had the Chastise locked in. Final fort goes down as we're looking at a Mortar Punisher in the mid lane for our next objective. About to come up here. Heavy Greg does have their 16s, so they have an even Talontier fight, but this is one of the... If they don't figure out the team fight in this next one, they're going to be looking at a huge uphill battle for the rest of this game. Heavy Greg going to instantly jump onto this objective. Try to get as many of these down as they can. Taco going to come in from the top side here. Rest of the team not ready to follow up just yet. There's the mind control, but Velaravia has the save. Has 2 charges of that, by the way. Ice Wall. Going to trap Farfanugan for now as Hogger starts the spin. Time Loop comes on out there, and the team fight not looking as effective here for ReGen Rebel as ones before. This could be a chance for Heavy Greg to absorb and re-engage. See if they can find their way back onto this point. They still have a significant minion lead here. There's the charge taunt onto the front line. There's the second save from Velaravia. Taco trying to move on out. Light Bomb. Oh, is super low. Will get away. Synthesis Hortipulse into the back. Big stun onto the top wall here. The minions are super even here. Hogger is going to be going down as Anduin falls on the top side. Minions continue to be super even. Taunt is good onto Zool, and that is Zool going down. Mortar Punisher is actually going to be claimed by ReGen Rebel after losing 2. Wow, I was sure that Heavy Greg had those last hits in, but ReGen Rebel is going to grab this objective. Not going to be able to push with it here. They'll get the wall down and might get a couple of punches onto this keep. But for now, just going to go ahead and grab the camps that they can as the 3 members remain. Corrosive doing a good job of cutting off that catapult, making sure it doesn't lock onto the keep. The objective is cleared. ReGen Rebel just going ahead and getting as much map experience as they can here. They want to get as much time with a level 20 advantage as possible. But Farfanugan realizes that they can try to fight now. The rest of the team, a little bit behind, not going to be able to step up and get that fight that they were looking for. Moon has been called. Yeah, that Tychus dash, it's pretty tough to pull off, but it is possible. It's a very tight timing. Hogger sees that rotation from ReGen Rebel, waiting on the bottom side here. About to have level 20. They don't have vision in the mid lane, so right now ReGen Rebel is going to be forced to back up and deal with that. Heavy Greg just trying to catch these waves in as safe a position as they can. This camp will definitely be getting ReGen Rebel level 20, and this is where I want to see them get aggressive. I want to see them move up, slow siege a keep, find a pick. This is the time for them to get aggressive. Taco gonna step forward here and start the siege. Heavy Greg trying to set up here for defense. Polymorph comes out. There's a mind control. Going to be saved by Velaravia. Good scatter there from Lunatic. ReGen Rebel. Oh, they're backing off. Keep going. Get back in there. You can do it. Use your powers. Rotating towards the mid lane here is Taco, trying to hold vision here. Looks like they're going to start up this bruiser camp. Farfanugan going to go ahead and scout that out. Right now, Heavy Greg just needs a few more waves to find 20s of their own. Arcane Punisher getting ready in the top lane here as ReGen Rebel laying on that map pressure. Can they take down this mid keep? Oh, looks like they're just going to go ahead and move towards the objective. Top lane gathering up here. Is Taco going to arrive on time to start this up? And now, honestly, that was a pretty good outcome for Heavy Greg. Now they've got their 20s, they didn't lose any extra keeps, and they get one more chance at this big fight. They're going to need a couple in a row here, but we're going to have an opportunity. Farfanugan going to be stunned there. Double stun comes on out. There's the loop as well. Mind control onto that front line, though. Great Poison Nova. That is it for Varian. Synthesis has the Unstoppable to move away as Corrosive looks like it's going to have barely enough health to get on out of there. ReGen Rebel, they find that pick. Meow Cat's going to get this objective rolling as ReGen Rebel looks like they want to gather up a push in the mid lane here. Crossman Pat is going to see... Ooh, Mind Control nearly catching Chromie there. So we're going to have a match in the mid. Azul locks up this objective.
Red team has summoned an arcane punisher.
ReGen Rebel looking for a chance to win here. Punisher's going to be moving directly onto the core. We've got catapults stacking up. We've got minions behind it. Augur gets the first bait there as Taco looking to flank on the outside. Ice Wall going to catch one. Mind Control not going to land on the Crossman Pat there as the next double stun comes out. Augur is getting shredded, but has the Hortiple to move away. Chim Chim is just taking down Taco here, who has the icing cooldown. The objective is starting to take down the core shielding. This ReGen Rebel is starting to circle over to the mid lane. Heavy Greg, could they have this defense here? Objective is about to go down. Core still at 100%. Taunt onto the front line. Farfanugan taking a lot of damage on that front, though. That's Varian going down. Core shielding is gone. We've got catapults. We've got minions on the core. Already down to 50%. ReGen Rebel is speed running this core down to 33, and this is going to be it here. ReGen Rebel evens up the series and are going to send us to a game number 3. GG. Nicely done by ReGen Rebel, hanging on, putting on that pressure, and closing out that game. Going to put us onto a game number 3 here in this best of 3. Let's go to the post game. See what the stats can say. Chim Chim on the Tychus, top hero damage there for Heavy Greg, 49,000 coming on out there. Lunatic on the Vala for ReGen Rebel, over 74,000 hero damage in that winning effort. Very nicely done. Take a look at the talents as we update our scoreboard and prepare ourselves for a game number 3. Alrighty. All right. It looks like we're close to being back for our game number 3. This is going to be quite the edit job on this cast, but welcome back. We are getting ready for our third and final matchup of this best of 3. The teams are in. I'll let them know that I'm ready to go, and we will get this draft rolling. Let's go to the map select. We're going to Volskaya Foundry for game number 3. Because these teams looked at it and said, you know what? We need a really long map to close out this series. Oh, goodness me. I hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're chilling. Hope you got some water with you. Hope you're sitting up straight. And hope you're ready for this third and final map. I don't know. Let's head back to the cat cam. Why not? Here we go. Game number 3. Volskaya Foundry. For this marathon of a set. Stukov going to be the opening band here. Heavy Greg will be the first to act here. The first time this series. We'll see if there's any major changes in the styles and in the drafting. Both teams pretty well ran it back for game number 2. A couple variations here and there. Stukov removed. Diablo removed. We'll see if there's going to be that same control onto Johanna here. Tassadar taken away. ReGen Rebel. See if they want to keep pinching that tank pool. If you ban Johanna, you risk the opponent stealing May. Though May isn't one that a lot of people will just steal. So we're going to see Uther banned out. Uther can be part of what can be used on Volskaya as just an immortal comp. You just run like double healer Leoric. As Johanna is going to be first pick here from Farfanugan. Taco, wouldn't you know it, gonna play the May, Velaravia, going for the Brightwing this time. Heavy Greg will see what they can string together with this Johanna. The Wombo combo kind of gave them the business last time, so I wonder if this is going to be a falling sword from Johanna here. Synthesis going for the Orphea. Alright, I like that. Chim Chim going to run it for the Tychus again. So Orphea can get point and clicked by Brightwing, but should be able to dance out of most of what May's doing. So we'll see if there's any other CC that's going to be drafted here by ReGen Rebel. There's that Anduin ban once again here. A classic combo nation. The Johanna Anduin. Heavy Greg looking across. They've already got their damage locked up, so I would imagine it's a Vala ban here. We'll see what they're thinking. Oh, more worried about the Chromie. Okay. Chromie taken away. Frostman Pat did kind of give them the full business on the Chromie there. So we'll see if it's going to be that Gul'dan or if Frostman Pat's going to flex that pool a little bit. Meow Meow Cat's going for the Sonya, and Lunatic is going to pick up that Vala. So there's that Sonya that got banned in the earlier game. Coming on through for ReGen Rebel. Sneck and Corrosive, last two picks here. We need a bruiser, we need a healer. See who's going to oppose this Sonya. Imperious Rhaegar here for Sneck and Corrosive. It's a lot of short range going into May here. But they've got some very nice CC follow-up with Johanna Imperious to allow Tychus and Orphea to do their business. Crossman Pat on the last pick. It's been banned out a little bit here. We'll see what else Crossman's got in the tank. We've seen a Gul'dan today. See what the choice is. Kael'thas going to be the option for the Mage Specialist. That does provide some very much needed CC to try to catch that Orphea from dancing around, to try to get the follow-up, to not allow Imperius to leave. Very important as well. This is tight. These are two drafts that I feel like are going to clash in a pretty interesting way here. Very interesting indeed. Here we go. Game number 3. On the left in the blue, we have Heavy Greg. Sneck is on the Imperius. Chim Chim 19 on the Tychus. Corrosive playing Rhaegar. Farfanugan on the Johanna. And Synthesis is playing Orphea. On the right in the red, it is ReGen Rebel. Taco on the May. Prostman Pats on the Kael'thas. Velaravia on Brightwing. Meow Meow Cats is playing the Sonya. And Lunatic is on Vala.
Commence combat operations.
Commence combat preparations. Shouldn't have rolled that R. Arriba, arriba, andale. The most Russian of phrases. Orphea going with that Growing Nightmare Dread quest on level 1. Kael'thas, of course, going to be picking up those globes to grab the Arcane Shield. Vala hasn't picked yet. No choice so far for Lunatic. Looks like the auto-attack quest is going to be locked in. Get your bets in, don't forget! Big bets so far on ReGen Rebel. This could be a total banana sink, unless someone wants to scoop those up. They'll best do it! Teams will clash on these rotations. As I grab some water. Delicious. No bets on Heavy Greg. What I usually do when there's no bets is I just cancel it. It's not fun to either get your money back or lose all your money. If someone had just thrown in 10, I would have kept it up and someone might have won all of it. But at 0 bets on one side, I won't throw your bananas away. I'm a nice boy. Team's getting their turret camps up and rolling here. ReGen Rebel. Looking like they've got some superior rotations thus far. Level 4s are starting to come through. First objective will open at the 3-minute mark here. With all the other camps taken, I'm interested to see whether they're going to clash over this heal camp. Or if they're just going to keep up with those rotations. Farfanugan going to gather up 3 here. Is Taco looking to create some space and walk it on back? Synthesis taking a hit on the low side as Frostman Pat got a nice Netherwind.
We redesigned our trigger protectors for combat in the next. Prepare to begin field testing.
Well, you're not going to end up missing anything, Ektar, no worries. I'll leave it up just so people can, you know, can rep their bet. ReGen Rebel folks, but I'm going to end up canceling it at the end of the game. Push looking good here from ReGen Rebel. Taking a lot of hits out of this wall.
Take control of it to pilot.
In the bottom lane, Sneck and Meow Meow Cats will battle away thusly. Imperius actually going for the Consuming Flame at level 1 here. Looking to get that extra center damage and some mana back. But will not have the percent damage to deal extra to that front line. Looks like the top lane going to be quickly taken there by Heavy Greg to grab level 7s, but that does allow ReGen Rebel to jump on this wall once again. Farfanugan looking to get onto the point is pushed back and polymorphed. Crossman Pat could be in a spot of trouble here as Chim Chim stepping on forward. Gonna be first blood here for Heavy Greg, and nice catch onto Taco. They will fall. Heavy Greg grabs the double. See if they will be able to hold this point for the rest of the timer. Fortification camp's coming up once again. Meow Meow Cat's going to jump on that straight away here for ReGen Rebel. Steck says, no thank you. Going straight to the lane. Up to 50% here for Heavy Greg. Is Taco looking to step on this point once again? Oh, welcome, Dax viewers. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good time with your friend Dax. We are in game number 3 of a titanic matchup. An astounding matchup between Heavy Greg and ReGen Rebel. It's all coming down to this. As all turrets hit the ground here, we're into overtime. Big stun onto the front line as Farfanugan gathers up everybody. See that negative healing coming on out. Sin's exposed here for Johanna. Farfanugan forced to move away. Taco is low. May is going to go down. Synthesis being chased out here by Lunatic. Trying to dodge away. Ooh, it's so close. Synthesis will survive. Vala getting away as well as the first protector of the game goes over to Heavy Greg.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Looks like they're going to focus on this bottom lane to start things off. Preparing for objective number 3. Somewhat popular strategy in previous years. Heavy Greg going to grab their level 10s here as we have the Crushing Jaws, Blessed Shield, Angelic Armaments, Ancestral Healing, and Tychus still considering what the choice is going to be. Protector walking it on back in time. This ReGen Rebel are still looking for their 10s. Odin will be the choice here for Tychus. Protector expires here as ReGen Rebel finds their own level 10s. Looking like Phoenix, Leap, Reign of Vengeance, Brightwing and May. Considering, pondering. We got an Avalanche here for May this time, no Ice Wall. Brightwing, I imagine, is just... Oh, it's an Emerald Wind Brightwing. A rare and beautiful creature. Looking to push back those Imperious engages and save that front line. Here's the slow onto the mid here. Taco trying to catch up. Ancestral committed by Corrosive. That's a 100-second cooldown, but I think it'll be up before the next objective phase. It'll be close. It'll at least come back during the timer. These teams just rotating around, getting their camps rocking and rolling. More items, more camps. More items, more camps. By now, Heavy Greg looking like a heavy push here in the bottom lane. Might be trying to take down this entire fort. Belaravia, the only one down here to defend so far. ReGen Rebel. Looks like they may have been caught on this rotation. Emerald Wind trying to buy a little time here. Heavy Greg don't want to overcommit and will start to back off. Good thinking there. No need to take down the structure just yet. They can poke it down later. Better than being caught on the flank by an Avalanche May. Sneaky Sneck in the bottom lane, thinking about going and taking that building. Taco stepping up there as Farfanugan going to gather up May for now. There is the totem, but the icing is going to get Taco back to safety. Man, I thought the Ancestral was going to barely be in time for the objective, but the timer hasn't even been announced yet. Ancestral ready now. Objective should be coming up in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we got it! Da, 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 da. I'm a caster and I know things. Taco looking for a catch there, but Sneck stops Taco in their tracks. Johanna going to be pushed in by the Avalanche as the Iron Skin to move away denies the push from Brightwing. Ancestral is going to bring Johanna right back to full. Taco, trying to slide out of trouble, will go down. Big leap from Meow Meow Cats is going to be spinning through everybody as Sneck has to move back. Those bombs are causing a problem here for Heavy Greg, but they will survive to tell the tale. ReGen Rebel. I was thinking about pushing this bottom lane, but they're just going to double back and head towards the objective. Corrosive going to step on the point for now, just going to get a couple percentages before ReGen Rebel arrives. Chim Chim trying to take down the structure, but they need another grenade to do it. Next time, buddy, next time. Corrosive going to get on out of there. 18% claimed for this objective. Right now, Heavy Greg just trying to sneak around the map. That's going to leave ReGen Rebel open to grab this heal camp, though, in the top lane. 16s are about to be here, though, for Heavy Greg. If they can grab another wave, they might be able to just step on the point with no worries. Taco going to cut off the entrance there. As the fight is about to commence. There's 16s. They've got their items. Now they're ready to rock. Avalanche is going to send that front line to the back. But it looks like Heavy Greg is going to be able to reposition. Blessed Shield onto 2. Going to be a quick cleanse, but caught there by the Rain of Vengeance. Or not the Rain of Vengeance, the Crushing Jaws. 2 are going to go down and looking for more. Taco will fall. And Heavy Greg absolutely... Oh, goodness. 2 hit there by Sneck. That is going to be... Oh, that's a 4th kill. Lunatic gets away. What a catch there from Imperius onto that trailing backline. Nearly the full ace, but they will take 4, and they will take a structure. Heavy Greg looking like a brand new team after game number 2. They are just rocking these team fights so far. 8 kills to 0. But it was a situation like this in game number 1 as well, and ReGen Rebel managed to fight their way back and force it to be the final fight that won that game. Could have gone either way, so this one is definitely not out of their hands just yet. But this is going to be a pretty powerful push here in the top lane. Right now, Heavy Greg. Are they going to split here? Looks like they're going to send Imperius to the mid. Is that teleport for Imperius? Yep, Valorous Pursuit on 16. The most unexpected talent in Heroes of the Storm. The number of people that even know that Imperius has a teleport is pretty low, and the number of people that take it is even lower. It always comes out of nowhere. As a caster, sometimes I don't even see it happening. I'm just like, oh yeah, Imperius is on the back line. Meow Meow Cat's trying to step up, is going to be slowed there. Jumps right in, but Sneck with the follow-up. Taco is trying to catch 2, finds the stun, sends Imperius away with the avalanche as the Protector moves on forward. Polymorph is good onto Sneck. Can they find the save? No, Imperius is going to go down. Great flank there from ReGen Rebel, stops this push in its tracks. Nicely done there from ReGen Rebel. They're going to save their keeps. If they had lost a keep there, it would have been a very, very difficult situation to come back from. But ooh, Taco going to surge on forward here. Greedy play from Heavy Greg. We'll see if they can get out without any damage. It looks like the answer is yes. ReGen Rebel says, thank you very much. We will take that turret. Heavy Greg about to be back at full strength here. A couple more seconds on Imperius as ReGen Rebel is starting to crack this bottom lane. Get ready for Protector C. Excuse me. Sonya having to clear up this top lane. That Catapult pushing on in there, but it looks like a camp invade from Farfanugan stepping up onto this point. 4 caught by Orphea there. The camp does go over to ReGen Rebel. They snipe that turret, start to move away. Yeah, I mean, it's such a... I'm almost certain the talent is silent. Like, Imperius doesn't say a voice line, there's no sound effect, he's just there. It's like, I don't get any notice at all, I have to notice it happen. It's actually a pretty cool talent, but it's hard to use effectively. Nonetheless, Sneck showing us how it's done here. '20s are here for Heavy Greg. A decent catapult pressure in the lanes here. See if they can possibly move on to a structure. Always something to watch out for is May moving around the outside with that avalanche intent. It looks like they're staying grouped up pretty well here. ReGen Rebel happy to just dance around the right side of the map, look for their level 20s. Heavy Greg just kind of moving between the lanes here. They don't seem to have much of a plan. It looks like they are ultimately going to step up and see if they can work down this keep. This is one of the harder parts of Heroes of the Storm competitive. Oh, as we see an engage on a May there. Oh, May is popped! Meow Meow Cats was trying to peel with that leap, but what a play there from Heavy Greg. It's going to work down that turret. We'll see if now they can step up and take this structure. There is the Odin popped by Chim Chim. They are going to get the pressure on forward. Snuck moves away with that bomb as the slow siege continues here. Velaravia taking a hit on the edge. Snack in the back trying to find that celestial charge. Gets away from the Rain of Vengeance there as this keep will be going down. Now it looks like Heavy Greg with their prize are going to double back, grab themselves a turret, and start up the next protector. Corrosive going to be holding the line there for the moment. Another turret to be claimed here by Heavy Greg as May makes their way back onto the battlefield. Right now, ReGen Rebel just moving in through the mid. I think they have to go fight this. 55%, they're going to have to jump onto this point here. They could possibly just set up for a defense, but it's a little bit late in the game for it. It's not an impossible defense. It looks like Taco is going to try to lead the way here. It's a tough point to crack, though, and they've only got a couple seconds to do it. Taco's going to slide on in. They're going to contest. Pops the Cryo Freeze right away as Taco trying to get in there for a big avalanche. Blessed Shield is going to get the interrupt, though. Taco is put on a forced cooldown. That is Imperious to go down, though. Taco getting healed up. Crushing Jaws onto the front, catches 2. May is going to go down. Velaravia caught as well. Farfanugan is blown up, though, by Kael'thas. 2 for 2 so far as Chim Chim is chugging away. Lunatic trying to back on out of there. Gets hit with the grenade. Meow Meow Cats gets the chomp off the Dread for the kill. 4 for 2 here for Heavy Greg. They've got the pressure here in the bottom lane, and it looks like they're going to be able to walk it into the core. ReGen Rebel took the last possible second to get in there. A good effort. Taco finding that positioning. Seemed to get interrupted on the avalanche, though. I didn't see that big snowball go out. And it still went on a on a full cooldown. But a great job from Heavy Greg this game. Start to finish, controlling these fights, and they're going to be picking up this series win. Nicely done. Well played. Heavy Greg gets the 2-1. GG. Very good series here today in Division C East. Heavy Greg comes out on top this time in a 2-1 effort, but this was a super, super close matchup. Congratulations as well to ReGen Rebel for putting on such a fantastic effort in this series. Let's go on to the post game. See what the stats have to tell us here. So we remember to delete our prediction. Chim Chim 19 on the Tychus, 51,500 hero damage there on 0 deaths and 5 killing blows for Heavy Greg. Very nicely done. Lunatic on the Vol and nearly 46,000 hero damage there for ReGen Rebel. Take a look at the talents. We'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winning team. No worries. Farfanugan, thank you for joining me. Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting us or streaming us, whatever you want to call it.
My pleasure entirely. Yeah, tell me a little bit.
So,
tell me a little bit about the matchup. This seemed like there was some camaraderie between the two squads there. Have you shared a division with these folks before?
yeah. So most of ReGen Rebel, except the only person I didn't really know was oh crap, now I'm drawing a blank on their name. Awesome. Good at this. Was Lunatic. That's the only person that's relatively like new that I knew. Pat, Taco, Vel, like Meow. I've played against them multiple times in Divi, so we have like the kind of this history going on. That's what the Diablo band like. And I don't know if you can see our chit chat when we were drafting, but we were bantering back and forth the whole entire time.
Oh no, as a spectator, I don't see it. The referees get to see it, but I don't see the draft chat.
Oh, dadgummit. Okay. Yeah, we were talking. It was a bunch of heck yous, back and forth, good lighthearted fun.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of good feels out there this series. Man, I mean, tell me what it's like to play, as long a series as this one. Have you guys been in such a sort of grueling matchup like this before? What does it take to sort of keep your mentals in for what's coming up on 2 hours in a match?
Look, listen. The first game, I was sitting there like going, "No, don't go in, don't go in." And by second game, where I was on the very end again, I was very much like, "I'm doing it," and I was like, "Nope, gotta hold off, gotta be patient."
That was an epic standoff in game number 1.
Oh my god, it was anyone's game. Like the first person to like make any mistake, I was like, "Oh, that's what's gonna do it." So like we were like. I'm sure you could see we were kind of like waffling on some calls. They're like, did we go boss? No. Did we do this? No. Did we, we were just kind of like, especially that bottom left objective, the last one. It's like, do we do, no, do we, no, no, no. Play safe, play safe, play safe.
Oh boy. But in the end, ReGen Rebel came back there in game number 2. It seemed like their wombo sort of caused some troubles for you there.
Yes.
No. Going into game number 3, what sort of adjustments did you have to make sure that didn't happen again?
So they've been getting first pick the whole entire night. It's like you're like, you know what? Let's swap the script here a little bit. Let us get first pick. And not that my like variant's awful or anything like that, but like being able to swap to a tank they aren't necessarily familiar with me on helps a lot. So like they played against 2 variants. They know my Diablo. They probably know my May. I was like, I don't think I've fought them on Joanna before, so when they didn't ban that, I was like, oh, looks like Joanna then.
It did seem like both teams had a pretty good idea of what they wanted to prioritize in the draft. Priority heroes, priority bans there. Was there anything that you were surprised got through as much as it did, or did things unfold pretty much how you expected it?
No, honestly, match number 2, when they picked up the Anduin, that's why we gave them the Brightwing. Like, Brightwing is a comfort pick. Most all their players play Brightwing, so I was expecting the Brightwing to come out. When they picked up Anduin, that kind of like caused off guard. We're like, we can deal with it. And then that also played to be like, not one of our downfalls game 2, but like game 2, the leaps of faith, we're saving people. And I was like, dadgummit. So like that kind of caught us off guard. We knew the Chromie was probably coming after we banned the tasks. And let me tell you, that Chromie, those eyes, oh my god. I felt like game 2, we just couldn't go anywhere without being revealed constantly.
It's a strong one in competitive. It's not like I like Chromie quite a bit. I don't even bother picking the talent in like Storm League or anything just because it's not worth. But every time in
Right.
coordinated, you got to
Oh
get that
god,
Time
yes.
Walker's Pursuit. Super, super
Oh man.
helpful.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. And honestly, like one of the big tipping points for me was match 2, the middle objective. Um, or like I had about a 4 seconds or so of lag there, so I don't know what happened. Whenever
Oh,
we were up on that one objective, and like my character's doing whatever because lag time and it's just kind of going autopilot, I'm sure. And we were up on the objective by a good bit. Then all of a sudden I unlag and I'm like, how did they get the objective? What happened? And
yeah.
then like everyone's like, we don't know.
I was confused too. I mean, it was like 35-28 or something at one point, and then it just seemed like you couldn't get a last hit to save your lives there. It was, yeah, I'd have to go back and see what happened on who got those hits, but yeah, I was surprised on that one too.
I mean, it was good. It was a good like uh map number 2 felt more like a teeth kicking in kind of situation. We were like, all right, we gotta stabilize. We gotta stabilize. That felt like we never quite stabilized on that
Mm,
one. Match 1 was a really good tempo. Like that was like it was not nail bitey, but like the whole entire time it was like, especially towards the end, like we're like, all
mm.
right, he's got double lava wave at any point if anything happens and he gets a lava wave off. That's pretty much it. So we're like very like match 1 was very good on the tempo. Um, and give Region Rebels credit too, like or Region Rebel. God, I keep throwing S in there. They are on top of their camp timing. That was the one thing I was constantly like commenting on. I was like, they're on their camp, they're doing their camp, they're doing their camp, they're doing their camp. They were on top of it. Their timing is down on that.
Yeah, for sure. Very strong macro there from Regen Rebel, but the team fight in game number 3 definitely getting you the series win there. Very nicely done. Very nicely
Yeah,
played.
yeah.
I guess the final question I have is looking at Division C East here. Are there any other big matchups, like teams that you've been with through previous seasons, or new teams that you're looking forward to play in the coming weeks?
Um. So for us, East is new to us, right? So we haven't seen a lot of the eastern side. So we played West last season because we
Hmm.
had Lion Bus and New Zealand schedule.
Right,
It's kind
yeah.
of hectic, and we're mostly like we're a lot of night owls too. So like we could do the Eastern or the Western series. This time we're like, well, let's swap it to Eastern since Lion Bus went to a different team.
Mhm.
Um, so a lot of this is kind of new. Bunker Fun Time. I know some people from there. I've played with them a couple times. I like them all. So I'm interested in that one. The one we got Brick House out of the way, right? So Brick House is really good. Next one I'm really excited for is the Chogal Rescue Rangers. Just one, the name is fantastic, and two, I think they were second place Div E East or Div C East last time. So I'm excited to play them, which is coming up here towards the end, I believe.
Okay.
Prepare to charge!
Yeah, well, we'll be looking
Roll overhead
forward
with
to
your mouse
that.
button! And
Fantastic.
right
Farfanugan,
click!
thank you so much for coming on by. Congratulations on the 2-1 win.
Thank you.
Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Yeah. So shout out to the team. So we this team we played a little bit last. We played last season. We got a new addition or two. So we're still trying to gel there. We've played together a long time as friends. Just kind of in Pee Wee League, having fun. Quick matches. But this is our first time playing super seriously for a couple of us. That being said, we got a good coach. Xanatharium has been
Mhm.
helping us out coaching. Shout out to ReGen Rebel. Appreciate them setting up the matches so early. Like this is a huge boon if they, we can schedule this stuff out ahead of time. And obviously, thanks to you for casting us.
My pleasure entirely. All right, Farfanugan, Heavy Greg, congratulations once again on the victory and good luck going forward.
Yep, absolutely. Hope to see you again, bud.
See you around.
Bye.
All right.